What's up, losers?
Welcome to Drink the Kool-Aid.
All right, welcome back to Drink the Kool-Aid with Rob McNeil and Lowell-George Granoff, a.k.a. Synth Lord Granoff, a.k.a. Johnny Blue Jeans, a.k.a. I'm over this
the
joke.
Master of giving tips for great blowjobs.
No. Hands. I'm into the handsy stuff. Today... we're going to talk about people that we look up to, but first we are going to talk about the movie that I watched recently that I thought was stunningly brilliant, optimistic in outlook, and it left me feeling good, which is movies don't often do anymore. I watched Fire Saga, the Eurovision Song Contest movie.
Oh my god, I watched that yesterday.
Yeah, it's I loved every single stupid minute of it, and it wasn't stupid, but it was so good.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was so good. The songs were good. The parody was amazing. If you don't know what the Eurovision Song Contest is, essentially, it's something that's been going on for a good long while, where different European countries all submit artists to this big song competition, and then so on and so forth. Like I'm fairly certain that like stuff like American Idol and things like this were drawn directly from.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, the Eurovision.
It's called
Eurovision. Yeah, the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't know a ton about it, but I have heard of it before. It has popped up on my radar more than once, and it's just something I would love to. I'm going to look more into. It basically it illuminated that thing to me in a degree that made me more interested in it.
Is it hate speech to say that room would be filled with horrible body odor and Ducatis and leather jackets?
Yeah,
it's
no.
Hate speech?
I don't think it's hate speech.
Is it? Okay, good. Yeah, I definitely got down with that. It was silly, man. Will Ferrell's the dude. He's definitely been in a lot of good ones.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Talladega Nights.
Oh, I love Will Ferrell. My dad hates Will Ferrell. Like he can't stand a Will Ferrell movie, but I absolutely love.
He didn't
Will
like
Ferrell
Ricky
movie.
Bobby.
He did not. Who doesn't like Talladega Nights?
He didn't like Ricky
That's ridiculous.
Bobby. What's wrong with him? He didn't like Ricky Bobby. He didn't.
American Treasure.
I'm not talking about Talladega Nights. I'm talking about just the character.
He just doesn't like Will Ferrell movies, and he's kind of long enough in the tooth now that he is not the most accepting of like things that aren't like that he doesn't aren't his generation kind of thing. He
doesn't get a pass to dig his heels in and hate Will Ferrell.
He does not like Will Ferrell, and it's just to the point where like I tried to get him to watch the Tiger King because it is
educational, right?
Not to mention it is just a wild ride from beginning to end, and I absolutely I watched it twice. Like did that just happen? I must know. So I went back and kind of rewatched it over the course of a couple days in a more digestible way. And but yeah, he doesn't like it. So I'm probably gonna watch the Eurovision movie again while he's here. He's just gonna have to deal with it because I absolutely like 21st Century Viking. I think was my favorite part. Where it had the dude who's singing like the auto-tuned, like high-pitched stuff, decked out in like Viking garb. He had the big long hair and like the beard.
I like the broken hamster wheel.
Yeah. There's so seriously, if you have not watched Eurovision, stop this podcast right now. Go back and watch it because there might be spoilers.
They nailed the Euro vernacular too. They really did.
Well, they've gotten some criticism for their Icelandic accents, but the vast majority of reviews for that movie have been positive, and I thought it's a comedy. So yeah, it's just they did their best, but like a Canadian and American, they're not going to be able to do the best Icelandic accents. Though I can't remember the actress's name, but she did a really good job. Like,
dude,
I thought
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan was amazing. I actually had to go watch GoldenEye. I'm like, I gotta get me some Pierce Brosnan in my life. You know what I mean? I get more
dude.
Pierce Brosnan.
That was the best N64 game.
Yes, it was. I watched GoldenEye, and then I watched Dante's Peak right after it.
Oh, nice, dude.
Just
Did
to
you
get my
watch
Pierce
Tomorrow
Brosnan
Never
fix.
Dies.
It's on my list of things to watch. I don't
He
get
was
a ton
on
of
Mrs.
time.
Doubtfire too.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he
was. He was the new boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Oh, like I said, I don't get a lot of time to sit down and watch something, but when I do and I really enjoy it, I love it.
You ever watch that dude in a movie and not get a chub? Let's be honest,
He's a sexy man. I'm not gonna lie. That dude is mad sexy.
For sure.
And he's just so cool. He's just the coolest dude. He's like Hugh Jackman. He's just the coolest guy ever. So that's kind of the movie that we have both recently watched. I did watch the weirdest movie I've ever seen. It as I thought about it, it took the place of a weird spaghetti western that I watched. As far as being the weirdest movie I've ever seen, but I'm going to show you a picture, and I'll put the picture up for everyone that's watching. And for those that haven't seen this, but there's a movie. You've seen it in memes, and the picture that I'm going to put up, you've seen in memes 100 times. It's I'm going to show Rob right now. That's
hot.
Me and my friend were talking about this, and I decided, okay, I'm going to watch this movie. I've never seen it. It's a movie called Zardos, and it's with Sean Connery.
I want to get one of those.
The thigh-high boots are really what are doing it for me.
I want all of that.
Yeah, but
I want the braided ponytail.
It's the weirdest movie I've ever watched, so if you're feeling froggy, go check out Zardos. But this is, one of the topics I came up with was we were talking about people that, we look up to or that impress us or whatever. And I know I have a few, but I'm going to keep it to like one or two. Do you have someone that comes to mind?
My list is long, Lowell-George.
Well, let's
so
do
here
like
we
top.
go.
Yeah, let's do top.
Go
for it.
The beginning. They count as one. The two girls from Two Girls, One Cup. I admire them a lot. Number 2.
How did they not get COVID-19?
Joe Exotic. And number 3, L Ron Hubbard. I admire all these people a lot.
Why?
How can you not? The follow-up question's the worst part. Okay. So where do you want to start?
I have to know why.
Where do you want to start?
Okay, since it's topical, let's stick to L Ron Hubbard and Joe Exotic. Let's start with Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, he was able to talk straight dudes into being gay with him. And he had tigers.
Me and my wife had this chat when we watched The Tiger King about like the fact that it seems like if you want to become a polygamist in America, just own a zoo. Like all of a sudden, like the cult like followings that each of these zoo keepers had in that movie, I found fascinating because they were definitely cultish. I mean, there was some serious cult stuff going on. Okay, so that's Joe Exotic.
He also tried to have Carol Baskin killed.
Yeah, and his whole like the public diatribe just into that was just crazy town. So what else? Why is Joe Exotic on your list of people you admire?
The mullet, the guns. What? Okay, he also paid people in expired meat and allowed them to live in trailers.
It does sound economical.
I really like him.
Okay, now the less obvious choice.
Country music. He had such a good career.
None of that music was his, right?
That's the best part. Dude, it makes so much sense that he had nothing to do with that music and took the credit. Like, I just love that he did that, man.
Okay, so what about L Ron Hubbard? This is the one I really want to know about.
Oh, yeah, he
First and foremost, who is L Ron Hubbard? Tell our listeners, in case they don't know.
He wrote some dumb science fiction book and turned it into a religion and just robbed a bunch of people blind. It's complete nonsense.
He is the founder
of Scientology.
Scientology,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, elaborate why he's your hero.
I wouldn't say hero.
Well, you look up to him. Well, imagine why you look up to him.
Why do I?
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a Tom Cruise movie that was not rad. And, I want to think it's a romantic idea, but maybe...
I've seen a Tom Cruise movie that was not rad.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. The Mummy
so-
was not rad at all. That was just a shit show from beginning to end.
maybe you need to watch it again. Or
No,
like
I don't.
3 or 4 more times.
Agree to disagree.
So, no, it's good. I'm digging my heels.
You're digging your heels in on The Mummy.
So
that's what you're digging your heels in.
the hill
Of
I-
all the conversations we've had today, you dig your heels in on The Mummy.
I die on that hill, man.
You're gonna.
That's where I.
You're gonna.
That's
Right with the
where I'm
ratings
at. That's where I'm at.
and broken dreams.
Yeah, so I have this romantic idea that the Church of Scientology protects Tom Cruise and his loved ones from the Illuminati and their wrongdoings.
Like as a
Like-
like umbrella corporation.
Yeah, like I just feel like they've got
That's a Resident Evil reference.
like they've got clones of Leah Remini hanging out with machine guns at the door, and they're just like they're still loyal to the cause, and they protect Tom Cruise from, like the Illuminati comes around and they're like, he's too famous, we need to sacrifice a child, and then the Leah Reminis are like, no, and then protect him, like
That sounds like a movie unto itself.
could be. It's just it's
Maybe
my
they'll do better than
romantic
The Mummy.
idea. It's my romantic idea, man. They
You shouldn't
protect him.
you shouldn't have messed with the Brandon Fraser Mummy. That's all I'm saying. It's like that was good enough.
I'm not taking anything away from that dude. I'm just saying, like, he can't.
Everyone, the world took everything away from that guy. Like
He can't run like 30 miles per hour, which Tom Cruise has done. I mean,
not to mention he's just a wild man who does his own stunts and jump. He puts his shoes on Oprah's couch.
you know what else is fun?
We get our legs
about-
broke for that.
You know what else is fun about the Scientology thing? Is you're encouraged to tell on people you care about. So, like, if they do something that's like anti-Scientology, you go to church and you tell on your wife or you tell on your kids.
It's a cult. It's just another cult.
L Ron Hubbard's dead.
Someone took it over.
By definition, not a cult.
It's a cult. It's
I'm not saying that.
It's cult-like. Okay, if we're gonna argue semantics about Scientology, it's cult-like.
I'm not saying that their religious views are the best or even very good. I'm saying that dude figured it out. He figured out how to trick people into going completely against their own moral code.
And you look and you admire this.
I think it's kind of neat,
Of course you do.
It's kind of neat.
Well, I actually have a list of people I truly do look up to.
Are we gonna go over the 2 girls, 1 cup?
No, we're not. We're
Why?
gonna just let that. We're gonna leave that to
Why?
the universe because I don't want to talk about it.
What if they did a movie with Tom Cruise? Then would you want to revisit the topic?
If Tom Cruise decides to star in his own rendition, and he does his own stunts of 2 Girls, 1 Cup, I'll watch it.
I'd respect that.
I'll watch that.
I would respect it. A
My person that I really look up to, since Rob sucks at segueing things, is we talked.
Oh, who do you respect? Better.
It's a long list, but we talked about it in the last episode a little bit. But like Henry Rollins for sure, just because he's a simple dude, and he seems to have it figured out. I mean, like. He knows where his priorities lie. He's a prolific writer.
Shares the name with a badass candy bar.
What?
Oh, Henry.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
I mean, he's a musician in a rad band. He had several rad musical acts. He's a good speaker. He's just everything that I want to be, and like kind of like we have a similar just layout as far as like just our psyche, like kind of is like. I have a tendency, my father, and like I've heard this said, like Henry Rollins say this before too, is we have a tendency to descend from the sky and land on things really hard. Like there's no like half-assing anything. You know this from knowing me. Like I don't half-ass anything. Like it's full ass all the time.
You got a big old ass to just spread all over everything you do, and I admire, dude.
It's full-time ass all the time.
Assing. To the fullest.
So, I mean, that's really... And he's unyielding, and that's the thing that I also like about Henry Rollins. He's adventurous and unyielding. Like, if he thinks he's right, he will plant himself like a tree and just like, no matter how many people tell him is wrong, he just has the confidence in himself to do that and like pontificate in front of thousands of people.
You might really like Ari Shaffir, man.
I've seen him on Joe Rogan a lot, right? He's on.
You should check out his podcast, Skeptic Tank. He got a lot of heat after Kobe died, but I mean, like,
I'm like I said, I'm always open to. I've said that before. I'm always open to new stuff. But that's a dude that I really look up to.
Yeah, Rollins is rad, man. He was the man.
I like, and sometimes it's just the way he handled his career and how he always, in entertainment, he always was able to revitalize and reinvent himself. Without ever really changing anything. He's just like, well, I'm done with this and I'm on to this. And I just really, really super admire that. And the fact that you can email him and eventually he will email you back. Like, he's the awesomest dude. I love the stuff that he's done on the internet with like the videos. I mean, this is the kind of dude that should be given a TED Talk. I mean, like, for real. This is the guy that should be doing TED Talks. Like, I think his leanings are they make so much sense, and they're such a common sense based like thought process that I think it's something that everybody could at least take something positive away from. Like, when you hear him speak, I feel like everyone in the crowd takes something positive away from him because he's very motivational. He almost comes at you like a motivational speaker about just get off your ass and do it. Like, there's no like don't sit around, don't wait for it to happen, just do it. Get up out your ass and do it. Like Shia LaBeouf in that video, do it! Do it! You're that guy, but not Shia LaBeouf. Another guy, the second guy I look up to, Shia LaBeouf.
Wow.
No,
you know what
I actually do like Shia LaBeouf a lot, and I like his integrity, but that's about it.
He's a hard worker.
He's a hard worker, and that's, for me, if I see that you're a hard worker and you're ruthlessly dedicated to what you do, I immediately respect you. Like, I am immediately, like, respectful of you. If you have a craft and you just throw everything you got at it.
I need to get better at doing that kind of stuff.
It's just like, for me, it's just the way I was born.
Discipline, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not even discipline for me. It's literally the way I was born. Discipline came when I had to learn to focus it and like narrow it down into a laser beam of awesome. Handsomeness and awesomeness are zero charge at Drink the Kool-Aid podcast from yours truly.
Yeah, he won't charge you anything. I'll charge a lot.
Yeah.
You might get good results. I'm open to that.
That's open to debate.
But doesn't matter. I like that Henry Rollins doesn't say no to a lot of stuff. He says yes to a lot.
He did a thing, and you can look it up on YouTube. I might post a link in the description. I will post a link in the description. He decided, because he liked to travel. That's what he spends a lot of his money doing, is like traveling, because he wants to see the world. He wants to get new perspectives by not just reading about them, but being literally in them. He went to North Korea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He almost didn't make it out of North Korea.
People kept recognizing
him. But, I love that sense of adventure, and I have that sense of adventure to a degree. And, I love to travel, and I love to really get into places, like not just tourist spots. I want to get the nitty gritty.
Hey.
I want to see the place for what it is.
You think Kim Jong is alive?
Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know. Like,
you notice he disappeared with the COVID stuff? Did you notice that?
He did, but
Has he come back yet?
I think so. I don't know. I don't pay attention to North Korea very much, man.
Yeah.
Come on, get it right.
I've been waiting for that guy to come back around. He had a nice smile.
He looked personable.
Yeah.
Did you see the interview?
Him and Rodman are good friends. He can't be too bad,
Did you see the interview?
Not cool with the starving stuff. Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh,
it was awesome.
Go check out the interview. It's
so funny.
I think it is like a monument of comedy. Like, it was topical. It was risky. It was like Kim Jong-un threatened Seth Rogen and James Franco's life over this. Go check it out. The interview, it's magnificent.
I lost so much respect when they pulled it from the day it was supposed to release. What's that called? What day?
Like the premiere?
Yeah, the premiere date. They postponed it because they were afraid. I lost respect when that happened. I was like,
Yeah, but they still went through it, and they still had an entire nation, like, threatening their life. I mean, so you got to remember too that that wasn't just their decision. I imagine that it a lot had to do with the production company and like the insurance with everybody involved. I'm sure that really threw a monkey into like a wrench into the workings there.
The gears,
Yeah, I'm sure that they had probably some legal pressure to do that too. I mean, you know. And not to mention they had to have, like, I believe, if I remember right, they had to have, like, escorts and stuff for a little bit. And
I want an escort.
not the fun kind. But yeah, so that's the person that I look up to. I mean, I'm going to stick with one and just stick, like, I really super duper look up to Henry Rollins. I think he's a fantastic dude. And I just try to be more and more, he makes me want to be more and more driven and focused every day.
Dude. If you like him, you should check out Ari Shaffir, but you should also check out Jocko Willink. You'd like these guys.
Well, yes, I will definitely get these names, and I know the one, but I'll check them out, dude. Because I like people that are motivated, and I like people that are doers. You know what I mean? Not talkers. Like I like doers.
I listen to Jocko's podcast when I'm feeling like not doing stuff, and then I don't feel like not doing stuff. I'm like, oh my god. He's 100% self-motivated. If he doesn't do it himself with his own motivation, it doesn't get done. Those are the guys I look up to.
Well, it's hard, man. I'm a human being. I want to watch a movie. I want to do stuff, hang out. You know, but sometimes I can't. I gotta work.
Yeah, you're a motivated guy, man.
Work comes first, you know.
I appreciate the Joe Rogans of the world. You know, those guys that are willing to just do what it takes.
That's what you got to do. Just do what it takes. You know what I mean? Like
they figured it out, man. You have to do something for a living.
You just got to work. I found that like success comes through work, and like basically, there's no such thing as luck. All luck is when preparation and opportunity meet. Nice. There is no luck. It's just preparation and opportunity colliding. Like the opportunity presents itself, and you're ready because you worked. Like you are ready to go.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. That's a really good way to look at what.
And once again, this is kind of philosophies that I've gathered over the years. But like, you know, like I've read a lot of like Henry Rollins' books, and I've watched a lot of his spoken word. I have a lot of his records. Mm-hmm. Like Black Flag Damaged.
Dude, are there better songs than Six Pack and TV Party?
We actually listened to that the other day. We were listening to TV Party on the way to go get some food.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, we were listening to TV Party.
That was awesome.
So yeah, check out Henry Rollins.
Super hilarious.
But now I think it's time for, we were been so serious the last podcast that we want to kind of ease it up and do a nice little short.
We want to dumb it down for you guys.
Yeah, I just want to dumb it down for me. We are going to do record of the week, and Rob has another record for us.
Red, Gold, Green.
Yes.
Check these guys out.
I have not checked this out, so I'm going to have to get down on some of this, but we're going to have some of them playing.
You want to borrow this?
I do.
Borrow that.
Oh, I love vinyl so much. So yeah.
That's awesome. You're going to love that.
Red, Gold, Green. Is this what's the name of this album?
I think it's just Red, Gold, Green.
Self-titled. So check it out. I'm going to go check it out, and maybe next week we can talk about it a little bit.
You know what's really rad about these guys is my wife took me and the kids to go see them. I have 4 children, and they were dressed in red, gold, and green. These guys took them up on stage and sang, I want to say 3 Little Birds with them as a band. Super cool.
When you guys start listening to reggae around the house, one of the things I noticed is you guys do sing a lot. Like even as kids are like singing along. So that's super cool. Yeah, it's super cool. But yeah, that's been our episode. So, you know, check out all our other content. We got the Yo Mama jokes. We're going to have some more of those. Next week, I'm going to have a guest.
Yes.
On our podcast. And we're going to try to coordinate to where all of us can be on there. We'll talk about that later.
Sweet.
But he's a friend of mine. His name is Stevie, and he's another podcast I worked on. We fixed his grill for him, and anyways, just through the thing of like taking care of all that, he's actually a really cool dude, and we're gonna talk to him, and we're gonna hear his story. And he is also Stevie. I know you're checking this out. he shares everything we put out. Like, he's the first guy to share it. He's the first guy on top of it. He's always pimping our stuff. So I want to have him.
Stevie.
Yeah, I want to have Stevie on the podcast, and you guys just come, you know.
Stevie's dick is this big.
Just shoot the shit with us for a while. So,
this big.
maybe we'll talk about something. Maybe we'll
He
just,
has an
maybe
out of
not.
frame dick.
It's out of frame. It's out of focus.
Right on.
And it's
man.
ready. It's ready to rumble. So
I'll take Stevie out for tacos.
yeah,
And you too.
yeah, he's getting his new grill, like the full-on jam. So we might take him out for ribs.
Is it gonna be gold?
No, but I do have gold teeth coming.
I want some gold teeth.
I got some grills coming.
I need gold teeth.
We need grills for our hip hop stuff. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's been Drink the Kool-Aid. I'm Lowell-George,
I'm Rob McNeil.
and
Later, losers.
yeah, stay classy, nerds.
Yeah. That was fun.
Now we got.